For over 100 years, Hotel Congress has been a part of downtown Tucson. During that time, a lot has happened inside its walls, and that includes many tragic occurrences, leaving behind what some believe are lost souls haunting its rooms. So many that one haunted historian calls it one of the most active paranormal locations in the country.
Now, if this hotel sounds familiar to you, maybe it's because the YouTube channel Pero Like made a video in this hotel. So I decided to travel to Tucson to see for myself what truly happens in these century-old hallways, since this hotel dates back to 1919, where unfortunately 15 years later, in 1935, the hotel caught on fire, leaving the third floor inhabitable, only leaving 39 rooms for guests. And in one of those rooms, room 242, it is said to carry a heavy atmosphere. Many guests reported that they were awakened by a woman in a long white dress sitting in the foot of their bed. But that's not the only room that is said to have some paranormal activity. Room 219, what I like to call it as the possession room. Workers claim to have experienced strange behavior from guests that stay in room 219. And soon you will hear the testimony from the manager himself. But right next to room 219 is Vince's room, room 220. Vince used to work and live in Hotel Congress for 36 years until his passing in 2001. After his passing, housekeepers and guests began to find butter knives outside of the room and random areas of the hotel. So tonight, I'll be exploring Hotel Congress along with my brother to see what we can witness ourselves, and we'll be making a special visit to Vince's room and just maybe encounter something. Okay, you guys, we just got to our room 220. Let me show you guys a little room tour. You guys, honestly, I felt like I was going to be kind of nervous, like get a creepy vibe, but I really didn't. So that's good, I guess. Here is the bathroom. I haven't opened it. So you guys, what do you guys think? This kind of looks really creepy by just first glance. Oh my gosh, hi guys. So here is the string light to turn it on. It's very old. This building dates back to 1919 and it's showing, honey. So yeah, but let's see what happens tonight. Wish us luck, you guys. Hopefully the lighting is good right now. Honestly, vlog, that's not my expertise, but hopefully this video comes out good for you because that is what I want. Hopefully it's entertaining enough to even watch. But right now we just got situated. We are gonna go out and explore the hotel to see what we can find, so come along. So I forgot to tell you guys that I got an EMF reader. Hopefully this works. It's been green for the longest since we arrived at the house. I was testing it out, you know, on the TV, on the microwave, and it was going up to red. So that's a good sign that it works. So let's use this and walk around the hotel to see what we can find. Okay, I'm all excited, all weird, but okay, let's go. Let's go with that ancient key. It's so quiet here, you guys. Okay, so it's been green for the longest, like I said. Look how creepy. Nope, nothing, you guys. You guys, I was like shitting bricks because I was like, oh my god, what if someone comes out? Not even the ghost, más bien if some humanos come out. You guys, the audacity, oh hell no. Is there anything? Oh, you saw it? Oh, mira. ¿Vistas? You saw? Look at right here. What can be? The lights?
The camera?
No. Look. It's still blinking.
Mine was.
Oh, you're blinking too? Oh. Oh, oh. That's weird. Oh, mira, mira, mírala. But it stopped. It's no longer here.
Take right here.
It's over there. Oh, mira. Oh, mira.
The Ouija board.
This is the first time that it's been going off. Remember? It hasn't been going off. Mira, mira, 242. It's like going crazy, that orange.
She said, you said around 12 a.m., remember? That's when the woman saw it. The other woman.
I think so. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact details, but it's going crazy here. Look at it, it's just strong. But I don't know how accurate this is, you know? Yeah, I think there's something electrical in there or something. Yeah, that's crazy. No, something's in there. It has to be. Oh, that scared us. Okay, you guys, I just got the genius idea to leave this, not genius, leave this here against my purse. Against my purse to see what happens. I'm gonna leave a GoPro. What is this? A little GoPro kit? Yeah, a little GoPro to record to see if that lights up by itself. Okay, pero yeah, vámonos. Let's go.
I don't like that thing. Stronger.
Still green.
On chair.
On. You guys, we just got on chair. On chair. On chair. What the hell? No, no, no. Eso no me gusta.
I don't like that it's strong.
Go on the chair. Go near it. We just got on chair. On chair. On chair. What the hell? No, no, no. Eso no me gusta.
I don't like that it's strong.
Go on the chair. Go near it. And this has been fine though. Like, that's good. So I don't know, but whatever. Let's go. My brother don't want to come out. Sorry, you guys. Stop throwing some holy water on it. On a chair. Born. I don't know how credible this stuff is, but that did give me the damn creeps when it said on chair immediately when we got to the room again. That's weird. Let's put this on the chair. Now everything's fine. Let me move it around, Susie. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. ¡Ay, me asustas! ¡Ay, me asustas! Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That was... no, nothing. Everything seems fine. So we'll just leave that here. You guys, I hope this is not a boring vlog. I swear, I'm doing my best. But that did give me creeps. It said on chair and on chair. I don't know. Honestly, nothing was going on with the EMF. So now we are gonna go downstairs and talk to the workers to see the juicy stories that they have on these rooms. Specifically, 2:20. A ver qué nos cuentan.
Now for a short interruption from your girl Daisy. Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying, but the next clips that I'm going to show you guys, the audio is not the best. I am so sorry. I was just super excited to hear the ghost chisme that the manager had for me. So you guys, I am so sorry. I will do better next time. Trust and believe I will do better. Sorry you guys.
So I had a husband and wife stay here. This was about 6 years ago. And when they were checking in, the husband explained that his wife doesn't believe in ghosts and he would like her to have an experience. So we got him 242, which is right at the top of the stairs. It's haunted by a woman in white. And after they checked in, he stayed at the bar and was drinking, and she went upstairs to the room. And at about midnight, she come running downstairs and was like, I need to talk to a manager. I think one of your maids was in my room, because when I woke up, she's like, I looked in the mirror and there was a woman standing behind me. And she's like, so I took a picture of her, and when I got out of my bed to confront her, she was gone. And she's like, I don't feel safe in the room anymore. And so she pulls her phone out.
No way.
Yeah, and so that's the woman in white from 242. This woman actually pulled her phone out, and this light right here is actually at that bar right there. So she was standing at the end of the bar.
What?
And she was like, you know, explaining that there was someone in her room and everything, and then all of a sudden her husband comes up laughing behind her, and she's like, what are you laughing about? And he's like, babe, I got the most haunted room, so you'd have an experience. And she goes, well, what's the room haunted by? And he goes, well, a woman in white. And that's when she pulled her phone out, and she was like, well, this was what was standing next to my bed when I woke up. The thing that's crazy about this photo is I had this photo on my phone. It's been on my phone for probably about 6 years now. After about 3 years, my fiance turned to me and was like, hey, you need to look up this woman's death. Find out what happened with her and what the detectives wrote about when they went in the room. Actually, when the detectives went in the room, they found her laying halfway in the restroom and halfway out of the restroom. And she was laying on the ground, had shot herself in the head. But she was clenching a voodoo doll in her right hand of her husband, okay? So I come back to the photo, and if you look right here in her hand, she actually has the voodoo doll in her hand. And the thing that's creepy about that is I never knew about the voodoo doll when I first got this photo, so I never even noticed it. And then once me and my girlfriend looked up the detective's report, it talked about a voodoo doll, and my girlfriend was like, that's so creepy. And then one day one of her friends was over, and we were showing her the photo. And her friend goes, what is that in her hand? And we're like, it's the voodoo doll that was in her hand when she died. So,
that is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. But the thing about this photo is, like, I actually saw it on her phone when she first pulled it out. You could actually see the bullet hole in her head and where the blood ran down.
That's what I was just going to say, that it looks like she has a spot on her forehead.
One night I actually put Native American music through the radio system throughout the whole building and started hearing, like, really weird noises, like kind of heard horses. And the other thing I heard is when I did that, I started hearing stomping upstairs. So every time I heard a noise, I'd have to go check it out, because during that time, it was during the riots down here. But the thing that was cool is I had about 5 or 6 companies come in and do their investigations. Some of them were professional, some of them were amateurs, some didn't even know what they were doing. But I had one group show up and they were all standing outside this door. And so I went out there and I told them all, I said, hey, if you guys want to come inside and start your investigation. And the guy running it, his name is Robert, he turns to me and he goes, we don't start until our medium shows up. When she shows up, she'll go in the building and let us know if it's safe. The thing we don't want to deal with is anything that's demons, poltergeist type things, if they're able to touch us, or if they're extremely mean or violent. And so when she walks in the building, she immediately starts naming spirits. And I was like, oh wow, this lady's pretty legit. So she comes in and she walks the whole building and says, once they get to the door back, she comes back to the door, she says, everything's fine, but I couldn't find the one spirit in the building that has me worried. And the guy running the show goes, what do you mean? And she goes, well, when I was walking the building, there's a spirit in here telling me that he's gonna get me if I find him. And she's like, I checked the whole building, I couldn't find him, and he kept saying it throughout the whole time I was walking the building. If you find me, I'm gonna get you. If you come in my area, I'm gonna get you. They ended up doing their whole investigation, and she ended up not finding this spirit. Then I turned to them after they were done, and I was like, hey, actually, over here, we have our basement door that leads down here in the basement. And so I turned and I was like, well, you you guys need to go ahead and do the investigation down in the basement. So I turned to open the door, and right as I got to the door, I started to open it. She was standing about here. She backs up and goes, "Oh no, that's where he's at. He just told me he's down there."
Oh.
And I'm not going down there. They had some young girls in their group. She turned to both the girls and said, "You guys aren't ready for this. This is a type of spirit or demon that can actually clinch himself to you and come home with you.
Oh.
If you don't know what you're doing, or if you can protect yourself, this is the spirits that you want to stay away from." And so she goes, "If you guys are walking around in here and you start to feel chills, you start to get chills to the point where it's almost uncomfortable." She said, "It's normal to get chills on your neck, your arms once in a while. But if you start to get chills from your legs and they start to come up, and then it takes over your whole body and you can't control it, that's normally the spirit manifesting power around you from lighting, electrical, that is probably going to touch you." And so we ended up going down there. She told us that. So we went down there and he pulled out this little voice box. And she even said it. She was like, "I'm not going down there." The guy running the show was like, "Well, we're here to capture something. That's why I'm here." And she's saying there's something down there. So I'm going down there. And he turned to me and he was like, "Would you join me? I'm going to do a voice box session down here and see if I can get this thing to talk to me." And I was like, "Dude, I go down there at least twice a day to check on everything down there. So it's part of my job as a manager." So I was like, "It's fine. I'm already burned out on the place. Like,
Yeah.
And so we ended up going down in the basement. And the thing I told him as we were going down there, I was like, "Yeah, once we get in this little workshop area, you get this feeling like it's almost like your dad's workshop and you're not supposed to be in there or touch anything." So every time I'm down there, I always feel like someone's kind of standing over me, like, "What are you doing?" That type of feeling. So me and him get down to the workshop and we sit down on these two benches and we're just talking to the voice box. And he goes, "Does anybody down here want to talk to us, any spirits or demons or anything?" And then all of a sudden, in a deep voice, this dude comes through and he says, "Yes, I'm here. What would you like to know? I really don't like to, speak with anybody, but I would like you guys to leave, personally. I think you guys should go." And we were just talking, like, trying to get stuff out of him. And then all of a sudden, as he's talking to us, we start to hear a girl weeping in the background. And so Robert turns to the voice box and he goes, "Hey, who's the woman coming through crying? We would like to talk to her." And then all of a sudden he goes, "You can speak." And all of a sudden a woman comes through in a crying voice. It was kind of like once we started talking to the woman, he started getting a little upset, and all of a sudden he goes, "You're done. You're done speaking." And all of a sudden she gets done talking and he starts repeating, "It's time for you guys to go. If you don't go, I'm gonna hurt you. If you don't leave now, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna hurt you." And so right then, the dude looks over at me and he's like, "Bro, do you feel that?" And I'm like, "Bro, we're getting chills."
That is.
And then it took over our whole body, and then we both looked at our arms and we were just chilled out, bro. I was like, "Whoa, dude, this is too much." And he looks over at me and he's like, "Dude, for real, this is crazy." And I was like, "Bro, he's gonna touch us. Like, he's gonna do something, so let's go." And so I started like nudging towards the door, and he looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, let's go." And right then, you remember when you were a kid and you'd go down to the bathroom? And then you get done and run back to your room down the hallway?
Of course.
That's how we came out of this the basement. Came through this door, and when we came out, we were kind of like breathing hard, and I was like, "Dude, that was crazy." And the Native American woman turns to us and she goes, "What happened? What happened? Like, why are you guys running like that?" And I said, "We started getting the chills." And she said, "He said it. He said he's gonna hurt you guys." He said right then, he said, "I'm getting him. You better come down and get him. I'm gonna get him." And that's when she heard us running up, right when he said that. And she was like, "I was worried he caught you guys," because right when he said that, I heard Robert scream and I heard you guys start running. And she was like, "I was worried one of you guys got scratched or something." But I would say that's probably the most active area in the building is the basement or the 242.
242.
Yeah.
We're at 220. Is there anything?
220. Oh. So.
Oh no! Sorry, you guys, real quick. He meant 219. So the stories you guys are going to hear right now are from 219, not 220, the room that we visited, okay? Just don't want to confuse you guys.
So the thing about 220 is this is actually a story they don't really like me to tell at the hotel. There's not many people here, so it's not like a bunch of people are going to hear it. But I actually had a group of Nazarene girls that had just graduated like some type of college. It was like kind of like Christian school or private school. And so they all graduated and were traveling in the United States, and they stayed here one night and they checked in. And after they checked in, two of them came down here and they were on a laptop. There was another one up in the room. Also, we heard one of them say, I'm gonna go get my laptop, check something out. She goes upstairs to get her laptop. All of a sudden, she comes back downstairs crying. I'm at the front desk. Anytime I see anybody on the property crying profusely, I'm gonna ask them what's going on. So I walk up to her and I ask her, hey, is everything okay? Like, I just saw you go upstairs, now you're crying. Like, is everything okay up there? And she turns to me and she's like, no, it's not okay. She's like, our friend Nicole is up in the room and the room is completely dark. She's like, I went in there to get my laptop and she's actually sitting Indian style in the middle of the bed. And she's like cussing over and over. Like very like cuss words, like fuck you, like just a bunch of words. And then she turned and looked at me and started calling me a feminist and this and that, or something like I don't like women or something like that, and then started to come at me like she was gonna hit me. And so she's like, I shut the door and that's why I came downstairs. And so she's like, can you go upstairs and check on her? So I was like, all right. So I go upstairs, knock on 220, and she actually opens the door about this far, sticks her head out and starts like, she's talking to me in like, it's a woman's voice, but it's kind of like really raspy, deep, kind of cracky. And she keeps she's like cussing at me over and over. It doesn't make sense. And I turned to her and I was like, can you like come out of the room for me? And she just starts yelling at me and she slams the door in my face. And so I come back downstairs, explain to the girls what's going on. And I said, you know, this doesn't, you know, does this not seem like her? Does she do things like this? And that's when they explained to me, we're all Nazarene. We don't cuss. It's like against our religion. We don't even dance. They had like long dresses and stuff. And so I turned to them and I said, well, I can't go up there and physically pull her out of the room. Like, I can't do that. Like, you guys can get her out of the room, but they were worried she's gonna hurt them. And so one of them's like, can you just call the cops? So we call the cops. Cops show up. It's a big dude named Daryl. So if you're ever downtown, there's this big, tall cop. His name's Daryl. He's actually the new lieutenant. He was a rookie cop back then. This was like about 3 or 4 years ago. He shows up with 2 other cops. And when they get to the door, they're both kind of smirking, and I turn to them and they go, yeah, we heard that you guys have, someone's possessed in the room and you need us to take them out of the room. And I go, yeah, like she's up there. And the 2 rookie cops kind of laugh and he goes, thought it was a joke, but I guess we're going up here. So they end up going upstairs, knock on her door. She does the same thing, sticks her head out, starts cussing at them, yelling and this and that. All of a sudden the cop reaches out, grabs her arm and pulls her out in the hallway. Right when she gets pulled out into the hallway, you see her head snap once and she goes, what's going on? Why are the cops here? Where are my friends? And then she starts crying and she's like, what did I do? Why are the cops here? And we're just like, everything's okay. And she's like, well, let me go see where my friends are. She goes to go back in the room. The cop grabs her and goes, no, don't go back in there.
Yeah.
Turns to me and he's like, you guys need to get these girls another room or something, you know, whatever. And that's when she turned to her friends, and her friends are like, yeah, you were possessed. We think you may have got possessed, you know? And so we ended up getting them another room and everything is fine for the night. I would say about 2 weeks later, I had a husband and wife check in the same room. As they're staying in the room, the wife comes running downstairs wanting to talk to a manager, saying that they're both from Sonora, Arizona. Neither of them can really speak English. But the wife can kind of communicate. But she comes down here and she just keeps repeating, something wrong with my husband. He's weird, just something weird. And so we go up to the room. I'm thinking in my head, like, this is gonna be crazy, you know? So I knock on the door and sure enough, he does the same exact thing as the chick. He opens the door about that far, starts saying the exact things, starts cussing at me, all in English. His wife starts crying. He doesn't even look at her. Doesn't even acknowledge that she's there. And so I turn to her and I'm like, what do you want me to do? And she's like, can you get him out of the room? And I'm like, same scenario. I can't pull him out of the room. Like, we're gonna have to call the cops. So I call the cops. This time it's the same 3 cops. But this time Daryl is at the door and he won't come in. Daryl is like, dude, I'm not coming in your building for a while. And I was like, well, we need you to get another person out of that room. Like, they're possessed again. And he goes, what? And I look down at his hand, bro, and his hands are shaking, bro. This cop is freaking. And I go, what's up? And he goes, no, for real, since I came to your guys' hotel, I've been having like chronic nightmares. I don't know what it is, but I've been having like really bad nightmares. So I'm not going in your building because whatever was in there, it's affecting me. And so I'm gonna send in my 2 rookie cops. And so I go up there with these 2 rookie cops. Both of them are Mexican. They could speak pretty good Spanish. When we get to the door, the guy opens the door, starts cussing again, and that little dude grabs his arm, pulls him out, and he did the same thing as the girl. His head kind of snapped, and he turned and started, he was like, "Por qué? Where's my wife? What did I do? Like, I didn't hurt nobody. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm in my pajamas. Like, I don't know." And we had to, once he saw his wife, he got into tears and was like, "Okay, my wife's okay. Like, what are you here for?" And we turned to this Mexican dude, had to explain to him that he was possessed. He starts going,
Yeah. Oh
no.
gosh.
We're like, "Hey, we'll get you your money back." He says, "No." They grabbed their stuff, bro.
And
He was
left.
in his pajamas.
Oh,
They
heck
ran
yeah.
out the building. And he turned, his wife was like, "No, this is not good at all." Like, very scary, they kept saying. And the husband just turned to us and he was just like, "I don't remember anything."
So after hearing the manager's stories, he told us to go look at the paintings that were on the staircase. He explained to us that the artist of these paintings confidently says that her paintings morphed over time. She affirms that she did not paint the lady in that manner. It is believed that the lady in white from room 242 manifested herself in that painting. But while we were on the staircase, some strange coincidences were coming through my brother's ghost app.
Tools.
Tools?
Tools.
Tools.
She's calling us
Tools. Remember he was talking about the tools downstairs, the basement? And we're under the basement.
You get this feeling like it's almost like your dad's workshop and you're not supposed to be in there.
We're on top of the basement, actually.
Remember?
What does it say?
Rasp.
Rasp.
Raspy voice.
Raspy voice. Shut the hell up.
It's a woman's voice, but it's kind of like really
Raspy.
deep, kind of cracky. And she keeps she's like cussing at me over and over. It doesn't make sense.
He literally said rasp and tools. But okay, the phone can pick that up. Okay, but the phone can pick it up if you allow it to like do that
My
stuff.
phone on. Now it's fine. Straight up gone.
Rasp. Ceiling. You guys, we are on the top. We are on the ceiling. The ceiling down here is the basement door. I'm gonna show you guys.
The music was so loud here, so I'm just going to summarize what I was saying. I was saying that we were on top of the staircase where beneath us was the basement door that leads to the basement. So essentially we were on top of the basement ceiling. That, I don't know, you just had to be there to feel like it was just so many coincidences. Raspy, when I said raspy and the app came out to say rasp, when we were talking about a workshop and it said tools and then ceiling, it was just so, the correlation at the time was just super creepy. So now after reviewing the footage of the GoPro, that light never turned red, or any color for that matter, which I find very interesting because when it was on the Ouija board, that was the only time that meter was acting up by itself. So I find that very interesting. And also, after hearing all of the audio from the GoPro footage, I heard nothing strange, no footsteps, no whispers, which honestly I thought something was gonna happen, but nope, nothing did. I want to let you guys know so you guys are not left questioning, hey, whatever happened? Nothing happened, honey.
So this concludes our journey at Hotel Congress. Me and my brother have been here for a while and nothing out of the ordinary has happened. I feel fine. I feel like zen, to be honest. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stay the night. Hopefully next time we are going to be able to, but this time we could not. But I hope you guys enjoyed it with me because honestly, things didn't have to happen and I still enjoyed it. I loved hearing the stories from the manager, and what I did find creepy was that when he was talking about the basement, and then after that me and my brother went to the paintings where on top of it was the basement. On top we were at, so this is the basement and this is the painting. We were out on the staircase and we were right above it, and Raspy came out in my brother's app. Raspy, and what else would they? Ceiling, and we were on the ceiling of the basement. Like, there's no such thing as a coincidence, you know. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that was a coincidence? But again, you know, I don't believe in coincidences. Like, that's too much of a coincidence. Raspy, ceiling, I don't know what else it said, but they were really just, those words correlated with that story. But other than that, this room itself makes me fine. Like, I'm fine. I wish like something crazy would have happened for you guys, especially because it's Halloween. Well, for you guys it's gonna be Halloween. For me it's not Halloween, but for you guys to be spooked out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little adventure, that you guys went along with me, because I had fun regardless. So I'm so glad that I was able to bring you guys on the journey. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to everyone that has been supporting me. I wanted to do this. I wanted to travel a little way to do a little ghost adventure for you guys, because to show my gratitude and to show like I appreciate you guys, and I wanted to give you guys like a special treat for this Halloween season. But that is it for our journey. I hope you guys enjoy and be safe on Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.